Look where I am. Welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I think it's midnight. I'm not sure. This is the worst flight. Well, okay, it's my first flight. It's my last flight. We had to reroute to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania because of the storms. We're stuck here in the airport. Stay tuned. When we landed in Philadelphia, the pilot told us we could not get off the plane. If we did, we couldn't get back on the plane. Our luggage was to remain with the plane. So wherever the plane went, our luggage went there too, and we couldn't get it. About 30 minutes later, we were told we had to get off the plane now. Everybody get off the plane. No explanation. We had a Karen on there who started screaming and carrying on, yelling, cussing. I'm not kidding. She wanted off, and she wanted off then, right then. The pilot came over the loudspeaker thing and said, "Do not come up here and threaten my life." I mean, what? Jeez, God, I've never heard anybody say stuff like that, you know. Apparently, I guess this woman had threatened the pilot. It was a mess. It was a mess. People didn't know what to do. Finally, they opened the doors and they let us off. So we were told, okay, we might be able to fly out by 10:30. Whatever time that was, I don't even know anymore. It's hard to keep up with. Then we got a notice that we might be able to fly out by 1:30. Then we got a notice saying we couldn't leave Philadelphia Airport on that plane with our luggage until the next day at 10 o'clock a.m. Y'all, there were people laying all over the benches, on the floors. There was a coffee shop there that had some booths, and people were laying in that. It was the biggest mess I've ever seen. Finally, they said we could get our luggage, but they didn't tell anybody where to go get it. Brian said, "We're not doing this." He said, "I'm calling an Uber." He called an Uber. We managed to go down to the luggage area, and we found a worker down there, and we explained the situation to him. He took us through this locked door, and there was our luggage sitting out there in the middle of this big room with nobody watching it, nobody around. I mean, we could have stolen everybody's luggage. Anybody could have come in off the street and picked up somebody's luggage and walked off with it. There was nobody watching it, nobody checking it at all. We found our luggage. We went out, we stood on the sidewalk out there, and pretty soon our Uber driver came. And he drove us all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to New York City, which was a little over 2 hours. I'm thinking 2.5 hours, I'm not sure. Now remember, it is storming and lightning and thunder. The rain was intense. The rain was so hard you could feel it when it hit the car. You could just feel it, pepper in that car. At one point, I thought it was hail. It was so loud. But it wasn't, it was rain. But our Uber driver said that he used to be a cabbie in New York City. Well, that made me feel a whole lot better, because I figure if he can manipulate New York City streets, he can sure enough manipulate us to get to New York from Philadelphia. So we got to, I think we got to New York in front of our hotel around 2:30 a.m. Stay with me, it gets worse.